move there was the where, right? And maybe a distance. You told me how far to go. Something like that. And then all this stuff in here is me actually doing it, right? So that's the what. You tell me the how in the arguments that you're sending to that function, right? So now you could tell me to move 3 feet. She could tell me to move 5 miles because I knew she would. So that answers the how, and then the answer is you actually saw me move, right? Or I could have, at the end of that function, I could have said return. I could have said return, or I said return false. Like, I'm not going to move because I'm really lazy. I don't want to do it. Right? So that answers the answer, or you would have seen me move. Does that make sense? Those are the kind of 3 big ideas that we're grouping all together into a function. I don't know how long that was. Was that lightning? Was that a lightning strike? Does that make sense to everybody?
It's good.
So who wants to know what a method is? All right. So this concept of grouping things together and being able to call on it from different points, right? Like I said, she can call me and tell me to move there. She can call me and tell me to move over there. The actions of how to do it are bobbled up into this package, right? So that's effectively a function. A method is, once you get into this concept of an object, right? In programming, we have this thing called object-oriented programming, where you actually reason about your code, or you reason about the things that you're programming as objects. So if you're building an app for sneaking into a Taylor Swift concert, you might have an object called a venue, right? You could have an object called a venue and have functions on that object, but those functions on that object are called methods. And that's the only difference. That's the biggest difference. And now that object can actually perform that action. So player dot sneak into venue, right? And that's it. Does that make sense? It's going to be hard because we haven't done objects yet. So yeah, it's very conceptual. It's very abstract, but it's very simple. It's just, you think of things as, your code represents an object in real life, like a venue, or like a player, or like a dragon. All these things could be objects. Dragon could have a method, breathe fire, and it tells how to breathe fire, for example. Cool. All right. I think I've done 2 minutes.
Yay.
So did we want to use the screen?
Did you want to?
Yeah, do we know how to set that up, or is that a bridge too far?
Oh, that's awesome.